Hold on a second. Gyökeres said what? Nah. This is some crazy twists and turns. It's like a soap opera. It's like a telenovela. I said this on Thursday that this is giving Frankie de Jong. It's giving I am going to drag this out and it's might even be resolved in August. I hope that's not the case. I hope that we know what is going to happen with Manchester United's striker pursuit. Because today, I wake up to news that Viktor Gyökeres said no to Manchester United. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell y'all saying? Like, for real? Who in their right mind, like, broke this story? I am confused. But at the same time, I am calling bullshit. Media spin at its best. I think this is gonna happen so much this the next few weeks this summer. So you know what? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk a little bit also about some other movements other clubs are making. This time we're looking at Atlético Madrid, who are currently eyeing Andy Robertson, Liverpool's own Andy Robertson, as a target. So big up yourself for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you like to hit the like button, if you like the content, subscribe. If not, it's okay. But I'll be like, what are you doing here? What the hell? What the hell? Let's start the show. Football Power Hour. There's no ways to go about it. Obviously, I do. As a Manchester United fan, I do not want this news to be true. I do not believe that it is true. But at the same time, let's be real. There's several clubs looking for a striker, and Arsenal is one of them. And let's just take the Man United bias away for a second, just for a second, and just look at it from a different perspective. You are a player, one of the hottest players right now, talked about players right now that is leaving that current club in pursuit of the next step. Because in life, it's all about leveling up, going to the next phase, right? At least that's what progression is, right? And you have a good relationship with this manager who was your former manager, Ruben Amorim, but his club is in a big mess. His club is in turmoil, and the understanding is that, listen, we all know, everybody, even rival fans know this. If Ruben Amorim doesn't hit the ground running, I don't think he's going to survive till Christmas. If Manchester United starts next season with the same form that we ended the season in, Ruben Amorim, the sad truth is he will not make it till Christmas. That's just a consideration to have, right? We're trying to look at this perspective from a player standpoint, who is one, talented, most talked about, probably one of the most sought after strikers in the current market today, right now. Your stock is so high because you're Viktor Gyökeres. And then there is this manager that I was just mentioning, right? He finished what, 15th, 16th? I don't even know where we finished, but there's no Champions League football. And then there's another manager that comes and calls and says, listen, I needed 10 points to win the Premier League last season. Matter of fact, it doesn't end there. The season prior, I was sitting at the top of the table, and all that I needed was just somebody to help me get over the line. I lost the title to Manchester City with what? About 11 points last season. You know, if Arteta is on the phone, he can put a stronger case than Ruben Amorim. That's where I'm trying to get with this. And I'm just thinking about it being like, it's a very difficult one. The thing that would make it easier for me or you, since we're putting ourselves in Gyökeres' situation right now, would be which club did you really, really, really feel in your heart? You know? Forget the trophies, forget the what competition you're gonna be in a few weeks. It's about which club did you support from your childhood stage. And I love the fact that last night, big up to everybody that was here for the happy hour. We watched the Cunha interview, and with Cunha, he talked about watching United games at his grandmama's place when he was young. He said, the only way I was introduced to Premier League was watching. It's like it was a ritual. There was no if, buts, or maybes about it. It's you support Manchester United, and we're watching Manchester United and how they're doing in the Premier League. And that was Cunha's standpoint. Now, Gyökeres, on the other hand, he's somebody that we know, we want. He's somebody that we know that Ruben Amorim wants, that Manchester United wants, right? And quite frankly, I think we can also safely say, yes, he's interested in the project. And when was it? Was it 2 days ago? I think on Thursday night, that's when he actually posted something and said, there's a lot of stuff that's not true. There's a lot of talks at the moment. Most of it is false. I will speak when the time is right. It makes me wonder, when is the time going to be right, Viktor Gyökeres? Which part of what they're saying is false? This is the post I'm talking about, by the way. Right? There's a lot of talks at the moment. Most of it is false. I will speak when the time is right. These are the words from Viktor Gyökeres. Now, today, Viktor Gyökeres, please post something. Even if it's cryptic, just say, not true. Just say like false. Just say something like bullshit. That's all I need to know. Because I'm here waking up in the morning and I see CNN Portugal or Record Portugal, one of them Portuguese media outlets, and all I can say is they're making us like playing with our hearts a little bit. I don't know if man, let me actually tell you. Let's see. Portuguese football media outlets. Let's see. Let's go on a little Google dive real quick. Portuguese media outlets. Category sport. Liga Portugal football. There's one football. A bola. Matter of fact, let's see. Guide to Portugal's media sources. A bola, which means the ball, is in English is the most popular Portuguese newspaper for football. That's so popular they released their own television channel. Okay. This newspaper tends to be biased towards Benfica, as this is considered the most reliable source out of the three news. This is what BTG was reading. BTG, if you don't know who I'm talking about, is a member of this community who told us last week, matter of fact, a week and a half ago, that don't you worry, bots, don't you worry, football power or our community. Gyökeres is going to Manchester United. So it can be said 1 out of every 2 stories might be true. So we hope that this story that we're looking at, the Viktor Gyökeres story, is true. Viktor Gyökeres to Man United is true. There's Ojogo. What's that? 1 out of 3. Okay. They have like expected accuracy. That's how we're gonna look at it. So it's 1 out of 2 for Abola, 1 out of 3 for Ojogo. And what about record? Do they also have expected accuracy? One of the last What? So it's one of the big three newspapers, which is Record. Record is the third best-selling Portuguese newspaper for good reason. The newspaper will print stories that will literally make you say, "What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell are saying?" They'll make you say, "What the hell?" They don't do anything to get more sales against Ojogo and Avola. So okay, so it looks like Ojogo is the Arsenal of Portuguese media. Record is number 3, right? They will print stories like Di Maria to Benfica or Falcao to Fatima that can puzzle people. RTP, which in short stands for Radio e Televisão de Portugal, is the main public channel for Portugal. These guys tend to be reliable sources for many football fans. The sources they use are very reliable, so anything you see on that daily news can be taken with some confidence. This is a very good source to follow if you see a story from RTP posted on our /soccer. Okay. And then there's 2 other ones. Jornal de Noticias, which means news journal, is one of the oldest daily newspapers in Portugal. Again, this is a very reliable source, similar to RTP. Even though both sources are in Portuguese, we are lucky enough that there is a lot of Tugas here that can translate their articles to keep us up to date. This is the most common newspaper you can find in Portuguese cafes. If you see a foreign player in a photo with any of these Portuguese club names in the article, then it's safe to presume it's a transfer rumor if you don't read the language. I actually love this newspaper. As a second-generation Portuguese, it helped me learn to read the language. Yeah, I should actually start reading Jornal de Noticias. I need to brush up my Portuguese. There's also another one called Bonus, but not much is said about Bonus. So anyway, so none of these mention CNN Portugal or Record_Portugal. So you know what? Whoever journalist broke this and thought that they were cooking.
Yeah, it's cooking salmonella, mate. Yeah, that's what he's cooking. Salmonella. Food poisoning.
Stop with the food poisoning, please. I want to enjoy my weekend. Big up to anybody that's tuned in, by the way. I appreciate you being here. Oh, my God. We got 15 people. I was not expecting so many people. This is just a guerrilla stream that made me go like, what the hell? We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. Big up to Young Poppy. Big up to Quartz in the building. Baba Flossie in the house. Yo, Pavino, AK in the building, saying, yo, how you feeling? Gyökeres rejected you. You know what?
Bullshit.
There is no Gyökeres rejection, but I get it. Arsenal is looking for a player. We did a little bit of what do you call it? Transfer prediction, especially for Gyökeres, Osimhen, and Sesko the other day. And you know what? I'll be interested to see who got it right. We're gonna go back to that stream at the end when all this is done and dusted. You know, I know, Bucks, a media outlet called Bonus. Can you believe it? Can you not come up with a different name? Yale says that TIF for failure, worst source of information on the internet. They're playing the inverted journalist, that false journalist, Kenny. For real. I don't want to believe it because I'm a Man United fan and I want Viktor Gyökeres at Manchester United. But I also understand that sometimes these things, you know, what you want doesn't really happen. You know, I remember, do you guys remember when Morata and Lukaku were coming to the Premier League and Chelsea and Man United were looking for a striker? And at one point, there was reports saying Morata is coming to Man United, Lukaku is going to Chelsea. And then all of a sudden, things switched, you know? So nobody really knows the definitive truth. But This one right here is giving fake news. And I'm not going to ignore it and say, nah, let's not talk about it. That's why it's a question mark. Is this really true that Viktor Gyökeres rejected United, or is this just media BS? Big up to men like Vegeta says, but we must always be desperate as well, because look how we are twerking for these articles. Right? I think that the article writers need to make money, and they realize, well, it's quiet this weekend. How can we spoil the weekend of Manchester United fans? Let's release the thing. It could have been somebody from Juve, because Juve is also looking. So there's Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Juventus that are looking for strikers. Who else? Barcelona should be looking for a striker. Who knows what if Harry Kane is gonna be like? It's funny. That's another one that I'm keeping a bombastic side eye on. Like, I think Harry Kane broke the curse. He might come back to the Premier League. It's another transfer prediction I'm gonna just put out there in the universe. And you know what? If he comes back to the Premier League, I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, what would be the best destination, because he's definitely not gonna go back to Spurs. What's going to happen also with Isak? Is Newcastle going to be able to keep Isak? Because there's other clubs that are also interested in that as well. So nobody really knows definitively what's going to happen, is the point that I'm trying to make right now. And we know that, Arsenal's number one target is Sesko. There is Ekitike, who's been rumored that he will be leaving, but he won't leave for anything less than 100 mil. And now, if you're Sporting Lisbon, you're sitting there saying, if Ekitike, who is market value less than Viktor Gyökeres, is going for 100 million, who in their right mind will just undervalue that player and say, nah, we wrote an agreement on a napkin 8 months ago. Fam, burn the napkin. If Ekitike is 100 mil and you're Sporting, you're going to be like, nah, I want 130, 120. It's just so weird and difficult to dissect this, because there's so many players involved, right? Agents from Gyokeres' agent, the club, Manchester United, Sporting. There's all the other suitors as well that are also trying to sniff around, jack the prices. Some people enter bidding wars just because they want to make it difficult for your rival team. And that's, if you are able to do that successfully, kudos to you as a recruitment team. But this story right here, today's story about Viktor Gyökeres rejecting United, is not one I want to entertain. Ipswich are looking for a striker. They sold Delap. Gyökeres has experience of the championship. Remember? Breaking news from Stephanie Griffith. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Oh gosh, when that contract is almost over, there will be a dogfight over Isak, and we better fix up so we are there. Exactly, Vegeta. Kane would come back to England if someone met his buyout. He's won something now, right? Compos, it's clear. Compos also says it's clear. It's Gyökeres we are in for. So much BS, and it's only mid-June. Prepare yourself for more BS. Prepare yourself for more BS. Yale says no Gyökeres. Instead, we can go for Martinez. You talking about Lautaro Martinez? And then Gonzalo Ramos. Jeez, Yale, what the? Okay, the Retegui, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. That kid I like. Watkins. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind Watkins there. Schick, I don't know. Sesko, sure. If at all, it could be a merry-go-round, if Gyökeres ends up choosing whatever, if at all he ends up choosing Arsenal, and then we end up with Šeško, you know what? It's not a bad transfer window. But Lautaro Martinez is not the profile for me. I feel like that center forward position needs somebody with a little bit more. Like, I know Lautaro Martinez, he's a fighter, he's a grafter, but he doesn't have the physicality that I think Ruben Amorim needs, because that center forward position needs you to be able to pick up the ball. Sometimes you have to beat 2-3 people, and you have to, Lautaro Martinez's link-up play. He has the tenacity, but I don't know. I have a question mark on the physicality, Yale. And Agehoa, why did you put an asterisk, 3 asterisks? And Thuram, I don't know. I don't know about Thuram. Thuram doesn't convince me at all. But these are really interesting names that you put forward. It's not Judgment Day if we do not get Gyokeres, says Yale. Yeah, there is that perspective too. That listen, usually if a club, like say for example, if a player loves the club, he would just, the thing that I was saying a few minutes ago, put up a cryptic Instagram post and say not true. If you really, really, really want Manchester United, you obviously cannot say, waiting on Ruben. You can't say that, but at least you can just give us something to work with and tell us, like, the BS that I was talking about 48 hours ago has escalated. That's all you need to say. I'm looking at Gyökeres here with a little bit of a side eye saying, come on, buddy, help us out, help us out. This it's crazy. It's crazy how this saga is unfolding. It's twists and turns, and I bet there'll be more before we even get to Tuesday. So only proven striker on that list is Watkins. Really? I say Martinez is Lautaro Martinez is more proven than Oli Watkins, in my opinion, even though I don't like Lautaro Martinez. But I hear what you're saying. Viktor can reject us if he wants. He needs to help us as well, Viktor Gyökeres, and actually say something, dispel the rumors. Guys, there's 30 people in here. Thank you for everybody that is in here. Twist and turn, you make me... Stephanie, you started early today. Tish says the club and the agents know he doesn't need to give the public updates. Okay, that's another perspective, not counter opinion to what I was saying, and I accept that. If the club and agents know, then yes, I believe what you're saying. But Tish, the sporting director, the president of Sporting came out and he's like, nah, this is not true. And then like the agents say, we have a written agreement on a napkin. Well, they didn't say the napkin part. That's just me. But I'm really, 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 really concerned, and I need, for me, I hear what you're saying, Tish, but I need some assurances from Gyökeres. If you want the club, bro, do it. Post something. Another quick little story that I want to make sure we divert to. I put the link in the chat, by the way, because I want to hear your thoughts on this on the weekend. Is it spoiling your weekend, or you're just like, nah, this is just all cap. I'm not gonna believe it. I want to know what you think. The link is in the chat if you want to call in. There is also a left back on the move. Escalza left back that is probably going to be on the move very soon. We understand Robertson's keen on joining Atlético Madrid, and the initial talks have already started. Atlético Madrid consider Robertson as their priority. Andy Robertson. Now, it's going to be interesting because if Trent is at Madrid and Andy Robertson goes to Atlético Madrid, and Bellingham is going to be like, do we all live in the same neighborhood, or what's going on? It's going to be an interesting um um battle, especially next season when Atletico Madrid plays Real Madrid. Robertson versus Trent. I think La Liga is slowly gearing up to be more and more interesting. It's actually coming to be an interesting phase. I'm curious how Xavi Alonso is gonna do with the squad that he has, with the upgrades that he's getting at Real Madrid. Is Trent Alexander-Arnold gonna be a success? Now, Robertson at Atletico Madrid also gonna be a success, because let's not forget Atletico Madrid were actually in the La Liga race up until maybe the last 15 or 12 games, and then it just became a Barcelona Real Madrid thing. But Atletico Madrid have some really good players. I think I remember last year they got the Man City guy again, the one who was playing second fiddle to Haaland. Gosh, I'm blanking out on his name. Julian Alvarez. They also got Conor Gallagher. They are actually building a formidable team, and it'll be interesting to see how they do. Yes, thank you, Tish. Alvarez, yeah. Italy look interesting. Spain will be as boring as ever. I strongly disagree, Yale. Spain will be fun. Clásicos will be fun to watch. Come on, you can't tell me you don't want to see Rafinha versus Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? Temba, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to do some La Liga watch-alongs together. For real, for real. Big up to you if you're just joining in. Kind reminder not to forget to hit the like button, by the way. Let me welcome men like Up and in the building. What up, NN?
How are you, boss?
Well, I am not feeling rejected. I can
You're
tell
not feeling
you.
rejected.
I am not feeling rejected. I don't believe this nonsense. All that
It's always nonsense, man. That one was nonsense. It's all nonsense until it's true.
until
You
it's
know,
true. You know
it's
what's
all
funny,
until
Aaron?
it's true.
Like there are certain football fans that choose. Listen, I'm not gonna follow transfer sagas. There's always rumors, blah blah blah. I only believe it when I see it on the club's website. And then there's others like ourselves who pay attention to like what is Fabrizio saying, what is Ornstein saying, what is the tier 3 saying, and right now, bro, I'm in a confused place. Honestly speaking, I'm not feeling rejected, but I'm in a
Well, let me help your confusion. You're
okay.
not getting Gyokeres, and you're not getting Mboma.
Well, you're not getting Wi-Fi connection, and then Wi-Fi just disagreed with him. Nah. Out of those two, 100%. And I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear
I'm
it.
telling you, you're not getting them. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to.
So, who do you then? What? Nah. What makes
Do
you
you
on
know who
what?
you will get? Do you know who you will get?
Who?
Great deal for you. A great Bundesliga player. He's had a couple tough seasons, but a great Bundesliga player. A great cam, a great 10.
Who's this
His
Bundesliga?
name is Christopher Nkunku. 55 million, he is yours.
And then
Yo,
Yeah, it's cooking salmonella, mate. Yeah, that's what he's cooking. Salmonella, food poisoning.
and is cooking salmonella, Peter. I don't wanna hear that.
bro, tell Gnars Barkley to shut up, bro. Tell him to shut up, bro.
Bro. What is he says in Kunku?
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Kunku, bro, I like that's like the Black Mason Mount.
Bro, nah, you know what? Yeah, at Leipzig, I really liked him at Leipzig. I really liked him, but careers go in the graveyard at Chelsea, so I wouldn't take him. It's not better. It's not better at United,
It's,
but it's worse at Chelsea.
it's worse.
It's
Exactly.
worse.
Look at Mudrik. Look at Nkunku. Look
Bro,
at João
Mudryk,
Felix. These guys are
Kepa,
secretly destroying careers, and nobody's
Fofana.
talking about it. Fofana. The list
Yeah.
goes on, you know. The list.
Bro.
Your club is a criminal club, and it's going under the radar. The criminal
Shut up,
behavior
man.
club is going under the radar, bro.
Bro, you need to know your level. Shut up, bro.
For
Shut
real.
up. Your cover is
Shut the
dusty.
fuck.
So-
Your
Shut up,
cover is no. Let me talk. Yeah.
Nah,
Let me
nah,
talk
shut up, bro.
Snorlax. Let me talk Snorlax before you come on here and snore again. Yeah.
Nah.
Make sure you're awake this
Listen,
time.
listen,
Make sure
Dave,
you're awake
Dave
this time, you little
Blunts, Dave
Snorlax.
Blunts.
You little Snorlax.
Dave
You little
Blunts,
Snorlax. Yeah.
Dave
Make sure you're
Blunts,
awake,
you need to go
Snorlax.
to the gym,
Make
bro.
sure you're awake,
Shut the
Snorlax.
fuck
Yeah?
up, bro.
Let me tell you something. You
Shut
killed
the fuck up,
Sancho.
bro.
You killed Onana.
Yo, Gnals Barkley, yeah? I think you're crazy, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. And listen to me. You need to know your level.
he has a point, though. You fell asleep on stream, you know.
Me?
We never addressed this. Yeah, you fell asleep. I think it was 2 weeks ago. The happy hour 2 weeks ago. You were snoring. And I never.
Me?
Yes, you. I never brought it up. I forgot about this. And then thank you for bringing it up. You
Bro, when?
fell asleep, brother. Don't make me look for the receipt right now. Don't.
I swear I forgot, bro. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you definitely you were snoring. But anyway, let's talk. So you,
Damn.
you fell asleep at about 20 minutes.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I forgot.
It's all good, bro. But yeah, no, let's do you believe this nonsense or the smoke screen, or do you think actually there's some ring of truth to it?
1 second. Smoke screen for what?
Because it was CNN Portugal that said, listen.
No. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
One's
Why?
the credible.
Is it because you're biased, you're a Man United fan, is the bias? Or like
Nah, bro, nobody like Fabrizio 15 minutes after the post from that record Portugal site. Fabrizio came out with a video 15 minutes after that and said Man United are constantly calling. He didn't say we got rejected. If he comes out, yeah, I'm waiting for Ornstein and Ben Jacobs and Fabrizio to confirm. I don't believe record Portugal, bro.
Thank you. Matter of fact, I like that you brought it up because you just reminded me. I wanted to mention this as well. Yeah. Fabrizio gave us clarity, guys. I'm one of those people that would that trust Fabrizio more than my girl, So
yeah, of course.
So here let me share this because not everybody saw this Fabrizio update, and I think it's here where he starts talking about Gyokeres.
Once again, I'm with several clubs interested in Nico Williams. We spoke about wingers, but now I want to move on a striker, and this Viktor Gyökeres, because on Viktor Gyökeres, the agent spoke in the recent hours, saying he has proof of the agreement with Sporting to let the player go for 60 million euros guaranteed plus 10 in add-ons. So that's the position of the agent. Let's see what's going to happen in this.
I gotta say, bro, the way he talks this proof, it feels like it was written on a serviette,
Yeah.
But okay, an agreement is an agreement. Let's listen.
Story, we know Gyokeres is not so happy with the Sporting president who said he wants more than this fee to let the player go, so not accepting the pact made by the director Hugo Viana a few months ago. Let's see what happens there. I just want to tell you one thing. Manchester United keep calling for Viktor Gyökeres, so Man United remain there, always informed of the situation. But don't forget Arsenal. Don't forget Arsenal, because Arsenal remain in active contacts for Viktor Gyökeres. Arsenal last.
Well, Fabrizio said, "Don't forget Arsenal, bro." This is why, this, as much as I disagree with NN, there's no smoke without fire. But you know what I mean? He says, "Don't forget about Arsenal." That's the part that's a little bit worrying. I gotta be honest.
Last week had contacts with Benjamin Sesko, but still no agreement. Arsenal Sesko, no agreement. Arsenal Leipzig. So we are not at a really advanced stage of the negotiation. The conversations took place advancing, but not the negotiations in terms of financial point of view. For Viktor Gyokeres, new contacts are taking place. Arsenal are regaining contact for Viktor Gyokeres, so he remains an option on Arsenal list. He remains a strong option, a player appreciated internally. That's always been the case. We never had to forget about Viktor Gyokeres and Arsenal. But Gyokeres remains in contact with Arsenal, remains a player on Arsenal list, and so remains a case to watch for the next days and weeks as soon as his exit will be clarified by Sporting. So let's follow the situation for Viktor Gyokeres, because I think with Arsenal could be still a story to follow in this summer transfer window, waiting to understand what they will do with the striker. What Liverpool will do, we all know that. I told you. It's here we go. It's flooding.
Yeah, leave Liverpool alone. But
Nah,
like,
leave.
yeah, I don't know. So basically, no negotiations as of yet, but talks have happened.
Yeah, bro. As I said, it's a small screen for Gyökeres, but for Arsenal, he only brought it up for the clicks and the mentions. I think because we all know who the priority is for Arsenal. Yeah, it's Šeško.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the backup option, but he only mentioned Arsenal because of the Arsenal fans are like mentally challenged, so they will everything they will exaggerate everything. So clicks, mentions, you need to mention Arsenal, you get the clicks.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Okay, I hear it, and so let's not panic.
No.
Okay.
Even if he rejects us, bro, like it is what it is. We move on.
Oh, okay. And then who do we move on to if he rejects us?
Bro, Osimhen, bro. If he Osimhen is my first choice, but I don't know about the wages, I mean, I don't care about the wages as I'm not paying them.
Yeah.
But the new structure, they want the players to be like not very like we cannot have Osimhen on 350 and the second guy on 200.
Yeah.
Like that's not possible.
Yeah.
First of all, it will cause trouble in the dressing room, Like you cannot have double the wage from the second guy, second most paid guy. But bring someone else, bro.
I hear you. Wrap Up agrees with you, says sensible response, Peter. We have to move on. Should we though? Should we pull the plug? Bully Tech in the building. Should we move on, Mr. Tech?
Move on from Gyökeres.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're pivoting to Osimhen, then no. Because I think between those two, they're like the main two strikers. If you're going to get anybody else, that really wasn't a part of the plan. However, I am cool with Mateta, just putting it out there. I'm cool with the likes of Mateta and Samu at Porto. I'm cool with them too. But other than that, anybody else, then we just got to hope and pray that they have a good season. We just got to hope and pray. And I don't want to go down the route of hoping and praying. I want to, although, yes, we do need prayer because it could be the master key to our issues. I just think, right?
Yeah.
If we get certified gunmen, they will kill for us. This is the problem. We used to get certified gunmen, but the problem is we'll go for them at the back end of their career where they no longer have the mobility nor the physicality to deal with the Premier League. So they're coming to the Premier League as older men. Yeah. This is you either have to be used to it already or you have to be fairly young.
The moment you say this, just having flashbacks of Cavani, Ibra, the second coming of Ronaldo, it's just like, guys that are like, it's like
they're coming to us at 31 years old, expecting to pull up trees. Yeah. I don't even know what age Ibra came to us, but I think he wasn't at his best at the time when he came. So, in my humble opinion, we do need guys that can actually, like Gyökeres physically, Osimhen physically, they are beasts. Yeah, these men are warlords on the pitch. Yeah, they give everything, literally. is blood, guts, thunder, pace, strength,
Yes.
brute force, goals. Goals. We want to see goals at Old Trafford again. So the club need to go all out for these men. In terms of the links, like he wants to go elsewhere or whatever it is, I'm not really bothered by these links because I do believe that this man wants to come to Manchester United. If he was going to go to Arsenal, I think he would have gone there already. He knew the fate of where we was in the Europa League. I believe he was at the final. He saw that we didn't win it. So he could have just instantly pivoted to Arsenal straight away or whichever other club straight away. He hasn't.
Yeah.
Manchester United is very much in the race. I think the bookies have us down as favourites to land the striker. So, in my humble opinion, I don't really think bookies get the odds-on favourite to go to certain clubs wrong as well, especially when it's something that's been publicised for a while. So, I have faith that the team and Mr. Wilcox and Amarin will get it done. And I think we will have a revamped strike force for the upcoming season. I think my main concern really is if we bring in a new addition to the goalkeeping area and the midfield area and maybe get another wing back. But, you know, some of these things could be pushed on to another season. But I think the keeper and the midfield is definitely very critical, aside from the strike force that need doing. Other than that, glory, Man United. What's your thoughts, Bots, on what I've said?
You are giving me confidence, bro. You're giving me a little bit of confidence because I woke up and you know the three words that were in my mind. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell are they? And I agree with you that, like, yes, keeper also needs to be prioritized. Something also in the midfield, we need some revamping in there. But one step at a time. Mbeumo needs to be done. Mbeumo needs to be done. And then from there, Gyökeres, Osimhen, wherever, Mateta, as you mentioned, I don't know. We can talk about that afterwards. But like by Tuesday night, I need, if I was Sir Jim, I'd pick up the phone and say, listen, Wilcox, Beretta, whoever, by Tuesday night, Mbeumo needs to be done, you know? And then like that's like step by step. I understand these things. It's not like, you know, you're selling bread or milk. You know, there's a lot of like things to figure out, a lot of like contract details to iron out. But I need some proper movement, bro. We came from a horrid season, and this is the time. This is the time when we need to be really rebuilding. Like we don't want a repeat of last season, you know?
Yeah. Also, our club is a PR machine. It's a walking, talking PR machine. They're not just gonna sign all these guys and do like a triple signing and announce them all together. They're not gonna do that. Yeah, they're gonna get the maximum coverage of everything that they're doing. They brought in Cunha. They literally sold so many papers and they sold the speculation to everyone and they made the most out of it. Now they want to do the same thing with Mbeumo and Gyökeres. That's what we do. Some of these clubs also, they've delayed certain signings because they have to announce them later on the books. For because it's a separate accounting that they want to put it on, because of PSR and other things. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the other two men holding up the shirt, and then we'll see where we go from there. But we're definitely going in a step in the right direction. I just hope this manager is able to prove to us, because I don't think he proved anything to us last season. No. I think I'm not wrong in saying that, and I think anyone who tells me that he proved something to them last season wants to play with Ruben Amorim in a dark place. So what I'm thinking now is You've got a strike. Hopefully, you'll have a strike force now going forward. You need to show us if your team could replicate what you was doing at Sporting, because the issue with Ten Hag is that regardless of whether the club signed the right people for him or not, spend enough money for him or not, or whatever the case, whatever went wrong with that, whether he had the right coaches or not, whether the change of ownership affected something, regardless of all these things, one fact remains of his tenure was he wasn't able to replicate what got him the job in the first place. He wasn't able to replicate it, no matter whether we won this trophy or we won that trophy. And I am a trophy man. I want trophies for this club. I don't think there's any excuse not to be winning trophies with regularity. However, what got him in the job is, it's kind of like you're dating this girl, then she's showing you all these things, you get married to her, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you got the confirmation of the marriage certificate and everything, all the qualities that she brought to the table initially has been erased overnight. You don't see none of the stuff that you were liking before. You just see a completely different human being with your surname.
Yeah, like what? Why are you not twerking the way you used to twerk before the wedding date? Like what?
Yeah.
Where's the head game I saw before we walked down the aisle?
Exactly. So this Ruben needs to prove to us next season that he's able to do the things that got him the job. Because the thing is, a lot of people have complained about the system, but we don't even play the system the way the system is supposed to be played. We don't progress the balls in the right way. We keep playing the ball backwards. We keep playing the ball in like a shoehorn type of thing. We don't progress the ball into the midfield. The striker's not able to link up with the tens, and the runs are crap. So there's so many issues with the team, including the goalkeeper as well, the way he plays, that I'm hoping that next season they're able to get a grip on the things that they're supposed to be doing and excite us because that Sporting football was fluid. The way the ball will just go from there to there to there, and it's like a player could have his back turned to another man and turn without looking at where he's playing the ball to, and he plays the ball because he knows his teammate is going to be there. We are not there yet. We are far from there. Our football is way too slow. If you go back and watch how we used to play under Fergie, the way that ball used to move around, because like back in the day when I was growing up watching football, anytime I watched older football matches, the football was slow compared to the way we was playing under Fergie. The football was slow. And then we started saying things like, science has come into the game now. Look, the players are fitter, they're stronger, they're quicker, they can do more things. It's like, okay, so what is the excuse now? Because we play slow football. Our football is Stone Age football. Yeah, we need to start getting fluid again, make this team great again, make the goals rain at Old Trafford, put teams to the sword, start beating teams up, because I don't want to play Newcastle and for them to kick us all over the pitch and then they start scoring fantastic goals like that last game where the guy scored the volley. Like that goal was phenomenal. We're supposed to be doing that to them. They're doing it to us.
Thank you, Bully Tech. Thank you for saying that. You know what? That your call gave me confidence, bro. Because I was not in a good place at the beginning of the stream. I was a little bit. I don't like being angry in the morning. I'm generally a default happy person by default, and this was not what I needed to hear. But Bali Tech, the news, the Portuguese news was not what I needed to hear. But Bali Tech, thank you for lifting the spirits up. He said, make Man United fluid again. I like that. It's only June 14th, he says. It's only June 14th. Gyökeres 17. Big up, Munch.
Yeah, well,
So what is it's only June 14th meaning? Like we shouldn't be panicking. Is that what you say?
exactly. Because I understand that you want transfers done quickly. It's like the Batista meme. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. I want to hear. Here he goes, whatever.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you got to understand. Like, instead of June 14th, man. So I
Okay.
get you're looking at other rivals linked with players. I know you want the signings before other people hijack it. I understand it. It's the transfer window, you know. But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, it has to be relaxed. It has to be thinking. Like I said to you the other day, bots. Like, enjoy your watch-alongs for the Club World Cups, your Gold Cups. Divert
Yeah.
your attention elsewhere because this transfer is just gonna rumble on, my friend.
My friend,
And I know you're gonna get a vexed year by the 21st of June. I know you like a book. You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
I
let me finish.
let me,
One more thing.
yeah.
And before
Wait.
I call you out for criminal behavior, like the Gyökeres, like and subscribe to Football Power Hour because I know bots will tell you to. And what's the question, bots?
No, my question is when are you gonna take out the only from your name? When it's July 14th, you're gonna say it's July 14th. Like I'm trying to figure out
No, when the season starts.
when the urge
When
what?
the season starts. When the season
What?
starts, man. You asked me the question. You asked me a question. I gave you the answer.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Beyonce?
Like we gonna get to the season starting, and then that's when Manj will start feeling urgency. Is that what he means? I hope that's not what he means. Pav, big up, brother.
Yo, man.
Yo, Viktor Gyökeres has rejected Man United, says Portuguese press.
Yeah, the Portuguese press talk shit.
Yeah, it's cooking salmonella, mate.
Yeah. they decided to just like spew some nonsense today, right?
But I when I first saw the article, I was like, oh, okay, he's not coming, cool, innit? And then I was watching some takes on the thing, innit?
Yeah.
About him rejecting, and they're saying that newspaper outlet, whatever they call Record Portugal, is it? They're one of the
So
worst newspapers in Portugal
yeah.
for clickbait and crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Record. Yep. That number 3. And they put up crazy stories like Di Maria to Benfica. We were just reading a little bit of like a guide to Portuguese media at the beginning of the show, and bro, they could make Messi is going to Porto rumors happen, you know. So yeah, I'm glad that you're calling them out. Record, that's their name, which is a crazy name to have if you're just a perpetual fabricator of news.
Mm.
You know.
But yeah, so we just gotta wait and see what happens, man. Again, I don't want the club waiting all summer long to bring in a striker.
Yeah.
We need someone in pretty early. But
Mhm.
yeah, but other than that, there ain't really. The news is pretty much quiet, other than the Gyökeres thing. That's why maybe they had to lie. They were like, let's spice it up a little bit. But nah, man, that lie was not even a subtle lie, man. That was just, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Blatant lie, like outright, embarrassing lie, really. Because especially now, imagine like next week it's a different tune. What are they gonna say? Or Gyökeres has retracted, or I don't know. Like they're gonna have to kind of be creative again, and that's the part for me. I'm like, guys, what happened to integrity? And just say the stuff like that is true, and you'll still be recognized in your work. So here we are today,
Mm.
just like they're inducing fear to a lot of Man United fans that believe, anything that is trending. And this is unfortunately today's news. Yeah, but there's people like Buddy Tech that gave me confidence. Man says, listen, do not sweat yet. It's still early, so I guess we might as well just have to just wait, play the waiting game and be patient, and let's not be
Yeah,
fooled.
yeah. And plus, I don't think they're going to officially move for the guy yet until they can get Mbomo done as well, innit? So
Yeah.
obviously, I don't know how long that's taken either, but I thought these people were good at their jobs, but the clubs that you come from, they're doing multiple deals at a time. Um, but yeah,
If you were in charge, would you get the Mbeumo one done first or the Gyökeres deal done first? Which one?
well, you've already started with the Bremo one, so you might as well finish that off. But ideally, what they should have really done is brought in a striker first out of anyone, and that's over Cunha as well. But um, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to see what happens in it.
Compos has a really good point here that they will want a signing for kit launches, and maybe for the second kit when they do the official launch for that one, the away kit. Hopefully, maybe that will be a Gyökeres one.
I don't think they care because they don't need to. I think there was a stat that when the home kit got released the other day,
Yeah.
it was the number one selling kit already. So that obviously with all the top clubs and whatnot. So I'm just thinking, do they really need a shirt seller? That people are still sitting there willing to spend their money on a shirt that looks exactly the same as last year. But yeah, I don't think they'll need shirt sellers anymore, man. It's not like depends on the profile of player that we buy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it depends on. But Bremo, Cunha, Gyökeres, I don't think they're really shirt sellers, but you'll probably have people have their names on the back. Like as an adult, if you still put in player names on your back, you need to give your head a wobble. But
did you just say Mbeumo and Gyökeres are not shirt sellers?
I don't think they are. Not like who would have been a shirt seller for us in the past. Not like a Beckham or Ronaldo level.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's any player like in our team that does that. Even Bruno, like
Yeah.
I don't think they're not really shirt sellers. It's just yeah, it's mainly like kids really, innit? But like I say, adults who still get player names on their backs, like old school players, I can understand, but new players, it's just like, mate, come on, man. You're
Come
40.
on, fam. Nah, don't be so negative, bro. Like, would you? Okay, gun to your head. Pick a player right now that, I'm like, bro, I'm buying you a shirt, but it has to have a Man United player on it. Which player are you putting? A current Man United player right now.
All right, you wanna throw that question to me? How about this? Anana.
Get out of here, you trolling. I'm wearing a Morana shirt. Oh boy. That's like the Glazers are selling today. That's never happened. Man, like wrap up in the building. What's up, wrap up?
What's good?
Bro, media spin, bro. My head is spinning.
Rubbish. I'm not worried right now. Like I said before, the Mbeumo deal gets done, and then we go from there. And I want to see some outgoings. I'm not getting gassed about these signing. I need to see some people leave. That's more key as well. Mbeumo gets done. I probably reckon it gets done for like 65 M's, maybe with a few add-ons, but maybe 60 with a few add-ons. Move on. As for the Gyökeres thing, if he really rejects us, okay, we move on to the next target. Because I have to be honest, Ineos are not going to overpay now. They're not going to overpay like they did under Ed Woodward and Richard Arnold and that nonsense mob, Murto, they're not going to overpay. So if it really happens, move on to the next Viktor. If that doesn't work, move on to the next target. Spinning plate settings. That's what it is. That's how deals get done. You don't just work up one deal at a time. It's not how it works.
So in your opinion, right now, a sensible thing to do would be to pull out of the Gyökeres pursuit altogether.
No, if he has actually rejected us, if we're going, I'm not saying if he has actually rejected us, can't be a bunny boil. If you don't want us, move on to the next target.
Come on, I like it. It's not sentimental approach from Wrap Up. He's very practical. And your next target would be
Viktor Osimhen. That would be the next one.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, then we go to Mateo. That's what I said.
Okay. No, I like it. I really want Gyökeres to work out. But if it doesn't work out, I don't think, like you, it's not the end of the world. But the priority for me before, like, say, Tuesday, I would love to have Mbeumo done first before we figure out the striker situation. You know, do you have the same sort of like look, or like do you think like it's best to sort out the striker first?
No. The Mbeumo it's almost done, I reckon. I think he gets done. It's just that there's a lot of everybody wants Mbeumo to go to Tottenham. All the ops, all the media wants the Mbeumo to go to Tottenham. That's what they're hoping for. But I don't think it happens because every time they say that, there's a conflicting report saying he always wants to stay. And the beginning of this whole saga, it always stated, did he not reject Spurs? Did he not reject Newcastle? Did he not reject Arsenal? Yeah. And the key words always say he wants to go to United. That's his preferential source. I mean, his club. Yeah. And we're not in Champions League. Until I hear, he's willing to go to this or this or that, then I'll think about it. But right now, it keeps saying, he could go to Tottenham, but his preferred club is Man United. So he still wants to go to Man United. That's the end all of it, really.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hope what you're saying is true. And fingers crossed. We just gotta play the way.
Tottenham can't afford them anyway. Daniel Levy is a cheapskate when it comes to wages compared to us.
True. By the way, you saw that.
Forget about the transfer. Forget about the transfer price. It's the wages as well in conjunction with that. Sure. So they could say 70, but we're gonna pay you 100K. He's gonna say nah.
I hear you. You heard Postecoglou might be going to Saudi.
That's a good move. Get the bag.
Nah, man. He should get more trophies. He should stay in the bag. But or go to Serie A or La Liga. You know, I want to see.
Go to Saudi for a quick 2 years. Get the bag and then make your way back to Serie A or La Liga. Anything. So. His stock has gone up. He hasn't gone down. It's gone up. He beat us in the final. Said he was going to do it in the second year. Stocks is rising. You can't even hate on the guys. It is what it is.
Facts. Man, big up, Wrap Up. Who do you want to see gone again first?
Garnacho gone. Rasmus gone. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Big up, Wrap Up. Oh man, like young Poppy in the building. What up, bro?
Yo.
Yeah, bro. I feel better now. There's people in
Everybody's made you feel a lot better.
Yeah, bro. I woke up just going, what the hell? You know? What the hell? What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Beyonce?
So, but yeah.
Yeah, so you don't even need me to make you, happy and all of that. They're like, just saying that again. News against United, another day, another dollar for the journalists. You know what I mean?
Thanks. I wanted to tell Munch this, that like I actually now want to, like, I feel like today I'm just gonna disconnect and just like go camping for like one night. You know, just be in nature. Because like this thing is just like it's stressful. The more when you're like, why are we not moving like this? I've seen Coutinho's club making signings. Liverpool is making signings, and like we just like just one.
Yeah, that's the United way of doing things. It takes them 2+ months to do things, you know.
Crazy.
You know, when you heard the news of a player may want to come to United, just expect like at least 2 months for it to get done. Like, you know.
Yeah. For you, it doesn't worry you though that like even
No, it
Fabrizio
definitely
Romano
don't worry
said
me. No,
these
no.
active talks. He says they're not negotiating, but they're active talks.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like I don't know what example to say what it's like right now, but they're just talking right now. Like they're literally talking. There's nothing really written in paper like to be like, yeah,
The,
sign for me or this or that, or they're just
the
talking,
example.
saying, hey, what's up? They're taking each other out for dinner and all of that. They're just having regular conversation, getting to know each other. Like, you know, when you're
The,
in that.
the analogy here, like Balitek would testify to this, would be like Arsenal have slid into the DMs. They haven't
Yeah,
gone
but
out
like
on
you know, it might be a
haven't
bit
gone out on
further than
dates
the
yet.
DMs. Like you know, it might be the dinner date. Like right now, like you know, getting to know each other before you actually be like, yeah, okay, this is what I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
That's
mean,
what
dinner date
talk
is
means
already
to
a
me,
big
like
move,
personally.
bro. The dinner date is negotiations, fam. It's not active talks. Like if it's like still like on the DMs, it's just back and forth. I feel like that's what Fabrizio was trying to allude to, but he said slide into the DMs, but message not sent, no data. Exactly, dinner date is too far, young puppy. I feel like
Yeah. You see what I mean? Though?
yeah. We're the ones that have made dinner plans with Gyökeres.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Just to see how things are going. You know, just
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
up. Maybe if it's the manager going or if it's the scout going, whichever. Like you know, whoever it is.
I hear it.
You
I
know.
hear it.
How
I
you
hear
been
it.
the last couple days like that? I ain't seen you. Well, a couple. Oh, that's the girlfriend calling. Damn. Quick
She's asking
decline.
about dinner plans.
Quick decline.
So yeah, no, but okay. So in your opinion, we shouldn't pull the plug because even though like there's this a little bit of uh uh it's taking this long to like get the Gyökeres, we shouldn't move on yet, right?
I mean, again, it always takes us this long to do things. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a wall message. Damn. All right, I'll deal with that after.
I think you should deal with it
I'm got a
expeditious.
minute. I'm got 1 minute.
Okay, all right. So yeah, no, lend your point, bro. Like you were saying,
Just don't panic, like, you know.
don't panic.
No need to panic, you know. Just roll up a little some, chill. You know, what you say you want to go camping, go ahead.
I'm gonna go camping. I'm
You're
gonna
going to
be
do a show later on?
you know what? I might try and do it from like from the camp, We'll see. We'll
Hey,
see.
if you do that, I'm going to be doing it from the water, so let me know.
All right.
Take two different sceneries, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maybe we just need to sit by the fire as a community.
You
That's
feel
what
me? That's what I'm saying. Like, chill, relax, like, you know,
camping
enjoy
stream.
life.
Hit the notification bell, guys. You will know when the camping stream is happening. I just need to make sure that the Wi-Fi is Wi-Fiing, this connection and all that. But big up, young puppy.
Yes,
Please
big up yourself. Have a good day, see?
call us.
Everybody in the chat, have a blessed one, you know? Don't let
Yes.
anybody ruin it unless it's me or Butts.
Get out of here. Go call the lady, man. Oh, this criminal Coutinho.
How am I a criminal? I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Bro, the lighting, everything just gives
Look,
criminal,
it's the best. Like, how many do we have to repeat? It's either on your channel, KG's channel. Come on, let's cut. Cut the whiff off. Cut the whiff off. Cut the whiff off. All I have is my medication and my vitamins on my bed. Come on, allow me. Only my medication and my vitamins on my bed. Come on.
All right.
Allow me, and a bottle of water and my iPad. Come on, it's not a big deal.
What are you gonna open the curtains or close the curtains? What's going on?
If I open up the curtains, people will complain in the chat saying it's too bright. Come on, like I don't know what you want. It's like a woman on a period. I don't know what you want.
Nah, leave the women alone. Leave the nah. What?
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell,
Yo. Yeah, it's not a padded city fence room, right? That's crazy. Let big up Mr. Dover in the building. Let's ask Coutinho actually about so.
Now I'm here to talk football. Like not my club. I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I mean from your.
I'm not even on the trolling thing. So Buemo, I think you have nothing to fear but yourselves. The only person who can mess up this deal is yourselves. That's it. The Gyökeres situation is a whole different thing. Whether you're going to get outpriced, whether Arsenal is a more attractive project, you don't know what to believe. In general, when it comes to Portuguese publications, they're all a load of whiff off anyway. So yeah, I think you have to just bide your time when it comes to the Gyökeres situation, and you just need to sell some players, in my opinion, and get your finances up. But yeah, only fear yourselves when it comes to the Mbeumo deal.
Yeah,
and yeah, go from there. Take it one transfer at a time, and then you've already got Acuna. Yeah, you've got Acuna in the bag. He only wanted you guys. That's fine.
Yeah,
and Mbeumo only wants you guys. Just pay up the money. Simple as.
Yeah,
and that's it. You got nothing else to worry about, and then go on to the next position, so on and so on. Yeah. Also, football related and non-football related. I'm gonna send if you've got Instagram to send you a video we need to talk about on the other channel.
Yeah.
Especially some of the players that we rate about their morals and ethics as well.
Oh, give us a teaser because we're gonna take
basically there's you know what's going on in the world past 2 days. Basically, they've signed up to a startup from a certain country. You know which country it is, and they're basically. And this content creator specifically said about Modric, you have seen oppression because he's from Yugoslavia. He's originally, because you know how it broke up. You should know about oppression, yet you're siding with a startup company from a certain region of the world. So it's a bit of hypocrisy from these ballers, including Sergio Aguero. I'm looking at him a bit of side eye. I rate what you did for my club, but I'm losing respect for you as a person because you're just chasing the bag in terms of morals. That's why I don't know if I want to bring it into this channel.
Yeah, this is what's on our reacts. That's a good, bro.
Yeah, but it's football related as well. So that's why I was asking you on a genuine vibe. I don't know if you have Instagram. I want to send you the video.
I do have Instagram, and I just put the link.
I'm gonna give you my my name on Instagram.
Okay.
Lower caps in the private chat.
All right. Yeah,
so add me on there, so I can send you the video. I sent it to Have Hope because you know he has his second channel. So because some of these footballers, as much as we rate them, they don't really align with our morals and they. So yeah. Especially Carl Walker. You see with Carl Walker, he's an awful person. He's an awful person outside of football, and he's an awful captain. He's probably I don't know if you've seen. He's one of the worst captain we've ever seen. I don't know if you've seen. He said he would rather have one Europa League to sacrifice for one Premier League, one Europa League with Spurs, and he would rather sacrifice one of the Premier Leagues that he achieved with us.
City. Interesting one. The last thing that I saw about Kyle Walker late last night or early this morning,
and he just digs himself as a hole deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
He's not coming back. I think he's now linked with Fenerbahce. So yeah. I can't lie. Thank you for what you've done for us, but good riddance, man. Seriously, good riddance.
Boy, guys, subscribe to Botswana Reacts. That's where we're gonna have the conversation with Coutinho. Thank you, my broski. For
no worries. Look after yourself. Bye.
Always big up yourself, bro. That's the link to subscribe to. By the way, we're gonna have a conversation over there. Let's talk to men like Kenny Fan TV. I'm sorry I brought Coutinho in before you.
Nah, you are a criminal, bro. You are an absolute criminal, bro.
I know. But it's because I saw a criminal. I saw Coutinho's background. I was like, what the hell? What the hell is wrong with Coutinho?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I just knew like you were just side eyeing his bed or something like that.
Right.
But anyways, man. I mean,
yeah,
anyways,
bro.
boss. I mean, what the hell just happened with you this weekend? You looked so panicking. You looked so you look like scary. You know, like Man said it's June 14th. Literally, it's June 14th.
And
Like,
so I should just
literally.
calm down, roll one up, calm down, meditate, chill. Like
Exactly, bro. Bro, I've seen all these CNN and all these Record Portugal. I also found out like I think few days ago, like Record Portugal is probably the Portuguese version of the Sun report. I'm like
Yeah.
what the hell? This is like, bro. Even Mark and sources would be credible than this.
Oh no, that's a new height. Jeez. Yeah, no. But hear this perspective though. If Gyokeres could find the time to go on his Instagram and say there's a lot of talk at the moment, most of it is false. You know, like why is he not saying something about today's talk?
To be honest with you, I just really don't know at this moment of time. But all I'm gonna say is that I'm probably assuming that he's probably still on his holiday. I'm guessing. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, at this moment of time, I'm not truly truly asked about this transfer window at this moment of time. The real transfer window starts on 16th until the 19th of July. If we don't sign anyone on 19th of July, then sure, we can 100% have this a bit of have this a topic about it. So it's fine with me.
I hear you. I think it's not until 19th of July though. It's right. I'm
saying like July of 19th is I believe is our first preseason. So I'm saying like we should get these players. We should get the players that we basically targeted this summer.
Yeah. It closes.
It should be.
You want them on the preseason bus.
Yeah, I just want them in the preseason. And you know what? Like, see, bots. See, always in a transfer window, the player always holds the main card. You know, so like a lot of people on the group chats, they were like, like Wilcox, hurry up now, we should get Buemo, hurry up.
Yeah.
I see all these tweets going mad and all that, you know. But I mean, but listen, man, at the end of the day, the player literally holds the card. Buemo clearly said he wants Manchester United.
All right.
Yeah, it's just basically, the media are just trying to rile you up, man. They will go mad.
Okay.
And
I hear Tish's point saying, imagine having to respond to every nonsense article about you. You'll also go mad if you had
100%, bro.
Do that.
Yeah, that's why I'm not. Yeah, see, that's why I'm not like. See, like initially I thought maybe like some Portuguese news could be relatable, could be like a reliable source, but until few days ago, I just found out, you know, and I found out, I'm like, bro, most of these sources are like fishy, you know, really fishy, you know, like maybe like Fred, maybe the guy, I forgot the guy's name, the guy who got the Amrabat news correct. I forgot his name. Maybe like Alfredo Padula, maybe Padula, or maybe like the main I want to hear is Bomba, David Ornstein. David Ornstein is the main guy for me.
We need the David Ornstein Bomba.
I just need the Bomba.
Which Bomba would you like to hear first? The Buemo Bomba or Gyökeres Bomba?
Yeah, for now, we are just sorting out Buemo's deal, so obviously it has to be Buemo first. And also at the same time, I also want to hear outgoings, as wrap up says, God,
Gone. We need some
Gone.
gone. Big up Kenny Fed TV.
Big up, guys.
Make sure you check out Kenny Fed TV as well. That's my brother. Guys, 27, we have an imposter among us. Kindly hit the like button if you're the one person that has not hit it. What are you doing? Your finger is not that heavy, is it? Just you know, it helps the channel grow, get a little bit visibility. Please do the right thing. Let's conclude the show by talking to the one and only, the Mr. Takeover himself. Look at him. Whoa, what in the Diddy party? What's going on at the back there? What's going on? Oh, South Africa. Oh, okay. Unmute.
We are the test cricket champions. Please.
Let's go.
We are winning here in this world. And also, how can you introduce me without my theme song? This guy.
No, it's the I was just wondering, who are these men behind my brother? Like, what's going on?
No, it's the champions that finally brought it home, bro. We are no longer Bottle FC as a country.
Come
we
on.
finally have a trophy in cricket. I'm happy.
Hey. And winning this trophy, can you tell us how South Africa won it? Like, who, you know, what speak a little bit more.
It was a tough test series, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of people said we didn't deserve to be in the final, and that Australia would just like get rid of us, bro. And I won't lie, the first innings I was a bit scared because we didn't bat very well. But the second innings, bro, shout out to my bowlers because we took care of Australia, bro. Quick, sharp, in and out, bro.
You know, bow.
Yeah, and then shout out to the batters, bro, especially our captain, bro, and the way they lit the charge, bro. We had like 2 people on 100+ runs, bro, to help us win this title, bro. So it was a very, very good innings from South Africa, bro. I appreciate it.
And it's a trophy drought that has been like,
We've never won a final, bro. You have to understand it, whether it's T20, whether it's ODI. We always get to like semi-finals. I think we got to like one final. We never won it. So this is literally the first time we've made it across the line.
Man. Congratulations, South Africa. Breaking barriers. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about.
Yes, bro. But anyway, back to you, my criminal friend.
Before that, I gotta say, like Compost, I thought this was the unlicensed Real Madrid from Pro Evolution. Saga.
It's just cricket uniform. They wear white. What must I do?
That's why I was like, I forgot the intro music, you know. But big up yourself. Okay, all right, let's talk.
But it seems like people are enjoying the fact that there's a first stream and a second stream. Although, guys, I don't know if I can do every day like bots. This guy is streaming every day. But if the people want it, I'll make a plan. I'll be here.
Come on. I think the number of likes say the people want it. So, you know, big up yourself for that, by the way. You know, I appreciate, bro. The Gyokeres is the Gyokeres news bothering you at all, or you're like, meh?
Bro, I'm so relaxed, bro. Because after all of these years of being a United fan, I think I've mastered the art of the media, or should I call them social media addicts, paparazzi, because they're not journalists. Like, these people don't deserve to go to the SJA, whatever those awards are.
The journalism
they should not
awards,
be allowed there. They shouldn't nominate them. The only people we nominate there is your Ornsteins. Even Fabrizio is becoming dodgy these days. He's twerking. That guy likes to remix his stories too much. He must be careful.
I'm the remixer.
The only thing I want from Fabrizio is here we go. Other than that, I don't want to hear from him. Because you see, at least Ornstein is like a silent ninja. He just comes in, he does what he has to do, he leaves. He leaves us.
Yeah. I think slowly but sure, I'm seeing more Bomba people than Here We Go people. Like, it feels like it's like, you know, Ornstein is slowly becoming even just more and more credit. The gap is starting to open up. But like, you know, Fabrizio always gets like, you know, a lot of news first as well. So, you know,
sometimes it's not about being first, it's about being accurate. And
Come on.
Yeah.
That is
I
that.
prefer delayed bomber from Ornstein that's accurate than Fabrizio. Here we go. That's quick. That's just me.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the copycats, because Fabrizio and Ornstein have copycats. That's the other thing we have to recognize.
Yeah.
Right? That people are trying to be the next Fabrizio, the next David Ornstein.
Yeah.
And I think in their pursuit of doing that, they are just whatever is out there in the ether, they're just reporting it. There's a lack of accuracy. It's just speculation disguised as news.
Yep. Simon Stone is the slowest guy.
Do you know who else deserves flowers though? This transfer though is
Huh.
Ben Jacobs, bro. He's upped his game this transfer window.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. He saw all of those awards that Ornstein was holding, and
Yeah.
he said, "Bro, next summer I'm
Yeah.
coming for you, bro."
Yeah. You know what we should do, Vijay? We should do a little journalist league table
Yeah, bro. We can put them on tiers.
and have like number of like stories, right? Like BS stories and like point system and see like how like these people like how what I mean, because there's something that is I like that you mentioned in Ben Jacobs, and I'm starting to see a lot more credibility as well. He used to just say or retweet or respond to all kinds of nonsense, but slowly but surely he's starting to become somebody you
More-
kind of
yeah.
like respect,
Yeah, bro, he's growing his credibility, and that's what I want, bro. I want real journalism to come back, because I don't know, man. In the age of social media, clicks is the new version of buying a newspaper, and I feel like people are becoming too desperate. And I feel sorry for United fans because we're so sad.
Yeah.
The state of our club has us so sad that we're desperate for any positive news, and we're so fixated with what our opposition is doing. That that's a good one, Stephanie. That's a good one.
We'll call it the bullshit meter.
Yeah, bro. Plus, you've got the meme for it. A bullshit.
Right?
A bullshit.
A bullshit.
That kid kills me.
A bullshit. A bullshit.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro. We need to start calling it out, bro. I'm tired of it. And also these fake journalists that are showing up on YouTube channels, bro, trying to seem credible because they appeared on this person's YouTube. Get out of here, bro. We don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care, bro. And also the shirt and the official announcements. That's what it should boil down to at the end of the day, guys. Yes, we can get a bomber. Yes, we can get a here we go. But as what's his name? The guy from Chelsea taught us, it doesn't mean it's happened until it's happened. Even if the journalists are saying it's going to happen. What's his name? What is that guy's name? Was it Mikel or the guy that was supposed to come to United and then he went to Chelsea? African guy.
John Obi Mikel, you say?
Yeah, John Obi Mikel. Yeah, the dude's on podcast these days. He's on podcast.
Yeah.
He's best friends with Hazard. That guy.
Yeah. And like sometimes deals like players can fail in medical. Sometimes you can think like it's all done and dusted, and then it's just like
then you're like, yeah, we got him, and then you see like Arsenal and Spurs, bro. I can never be scared of going toe to toe with those guys, bro. We beat Madrid last year into a signing. Liverpool backed out when they had that Madrid entered for the Euro chat. We said, hold our beer, bro. So why on earth am I going to be scared of
Mikel was even holding the shirt too,
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Oh Lord.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's why I'm like, this panic, bro, on the 14th of what? Shout out to Munch. Like he's a troll most of the time. But he's right. It's the 14th. The window opens on Monday. And for me, my expectation, at least I'll say this, Mbeumo must be in on Monday. When it opens, just like Cunha, because we've been working on that one, bro. It's not like we have to start over, whatever. We've already put in 2 bids. That bid should surely be the official one, Chief.
Yeah.
So between Monday and Tuesday, we need to see welcome to Man United graphics. Fix United people, fix your graphics now.
Facts.
Don't I don't want to see another Thursday thing like KG is always saying. We don't want Thursday. We are putting a timeline on this greatness. We need the timeline.
Yes, sir.
So that's the one thing I'll say. Mbeumo must be in by Tuesday latest, bro.
By Tuesday.
After that, everything must turn towards getting the striker as well as the goalkeeper. Because I can hear people saying striker. Guys, if we go into next season with Onana, our high blood will be there again. Because that brother is no, we can't. Not another season of Onana, guys. I cannot, bro.
All right, it's official. Vegeta should be in charge of the Man United rebuild. By Friday, he would have rebuilt United. It's called Tuesday, end of business day. Mbuemo.
Yeah, Buemo, bro. Otherwise, people must get fired. What are you guys doing?
Done. We need outgoings next. You know, like Wrap-Up was saying earlier on, the outgoings. These guys are quiet, clenching their buttocks.
No, it's not even their
their
fault, bro. So
Yeah.
United is in a difficult position in terms of outgoings because one player we somehow didn't the obligation to buy failed somehow. We're the first club in the history of whenever I've watched football that
Yeah.
obligation to buy failed.
Yeah.
Now we're in a position where he's got 1 year left, and it's tough, bro. He doesn't want to go because he wants his 300.
Yeah.
So he's actually got us in a vice grip. That guy, unfortunately, Rashford is living in Dululu land, and unless he comes back to
He's
reality.
working out though. He's working out like crazy.
Okay, but does his working out mean he's going to get a move to Barcelona, who still have to find money, find a way to register you?
Rashford before a World Cup is a different kind of Rashford, Vegeta. Like
I don't think it matters. Bro. You know what it is, bro?
Yeah,
If Rashford was open to other options, bro, because it's not like there's nobody who wants him. Villa wanted or would have been interested, but he said he's not interested in Villa. So what must happen?
it ain't.
Yeah. Like Steve, it's worse if the defective goods have mouths and can say they don't want to leave. That's worse.
That's all these. Rashford is now an Instagram baddie now.
That is crazy, bro. I would have never said that, bro. But I'm scared, bro, because these, and also remember, Rashford and Sancho are best friends. So what if this is a scheme from them to say, Chief, we don't have to leave, technically. These guys owe us money. We don't have to go anywhere. You know, friends, guys, have you ever been with your friends and you guys lie to each other about something?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, bro. I'm also not gonna do this, bro.
Yeah.
So maybe they're doing the same thing, bro. We don't know. And then Anthony, like, come on, Betis must be off the table because they're wasting our time. They want another loan. No,
Betis
find
is-
another home for Anthony, bro.
Yeah, Betis too,
Go
bro.
and jump. You're not doing another loan. And then who's the other one? Garnacho. Garnacho one is funny because they told him to find a club.
No, Ruben said, you're gonna struggle finding a club, bro. but you know, so and it's
Arsenal
his
and
fault.
Chelsea.
It's his fault for going to public, going to the media and devaluing his like. Anyway, I don't even want to get into.
But
Garnacho right
look,
now.
I heard that Villa's interested in Garnacho. So I think maybe how much we get might be affected, but there are people clearly interested in Garnacho. And then the other one says he doesn't want to go to Inter because he wants to fight. Fight against two, against Gyokeres, with which numbers, bro? You can barely get to 10 and you want to fight Viktor Gyokeres or Victor Osimhen. But even Delap is in a better league than you. Who are you fighting with for your position? So that's what I'm trying to say, bro. The sales are complicated for us because we've got childish, spoiled brats that we're trying to sell.
Yeah.
That's the problem, bro.
100%. Guys, halftime with Vegeta Sama. That's where you can find my brother. Make sure you check out his channel, subscribe, and also like. We'll be doing, he does a lot of South African Premier League, but also next season, La Liga, we in there. Premier League,
yes, bro.
Serie
We're
A,
doing it, bro.
we in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying?
Because those teams are very exciting, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at what Barca, Atletico, and Real Madrid are doing with their teams, bro. I'm excited for those leagues. I want to watch those players play, so I'm going to watch the league.
100%, bro.
Riri, call in, man. It's been a while. Call in.
Riri, we come in at the end of the show, Riri. I need a like.
Even yesterday.
Get out of here, Vegeta. Big up, Riri. Morning, afternoon to you. Shout out to KJ. KJ is my first time seeing your name in the community as well. Big up, welcome to you. And everybody else that has hit the like button. 31 likes. You guys were generous with the likes today, and I appreciate it. And so right now the conclusion is calm down. Stay put, sit down, don't even be too reactive. And I appreciate everybody that gave me that advice. I hope somebody else as a Manchester United fan also that woke up this morning just like me singing the song.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, let's just wait. Let's just wait. On the 16th. That's what, Monday? The transfer window reopens and we have time. We have time, but it's borrowed time. We'll make a separate stream about the free transfers, SLD. That's a very, very good question. That was like, I was like, this is a whole new show about which free transfers we should be looking at. Derek says, bro, I told you strikers will decline us. Derek, no. Don't believe the BS. They're not declining us. Gyökeres has not declined us. I do not believe that. Also, welcome to you as well, by the way. Are you sitting on a chair? I hope you're sitting on a chair in that picture. Then, like Derek, thank you, and everybody else, I appreciate you. We're gonna end the stream on a cordial note and say thank you, and just like that, we out. Look out for the stream from the woods. I'll be in the forest hopefully later on tonight, and gonna try and do that from there. Yeah, Gyokeres, we waiting. Please sign for United.